Hey guys, welcome to your love reading for Virgo. This is going to be for your first half of your August from the 1st to 15th. You can apply this to your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Switch the roles if you want. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified on when my new videos post and when I go live. Also, if you guys are interested in wanting to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded, also on Cameo. The links and the details are in the description box below. Also, if you guys didn't know, you may join my channel memberships, okay? Hit the join button. I would greatly appreciate if you guys did join. And what else? If you guys want to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded, Cameo, the links and the details are in the description box below. So Virgo, what messages do we have for Virgo? Tell about Virgo and love and the person that they are connecting with. With the Queen of Swords here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Two of Pentacles. I feel like, Virgo, you're not really quite sure what you want to do with the situation here, but I feel like you're also keeping your distance here. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles right now in this very moment here, I feel like you guys are enjoying your independence and your freedom here, okay? Look at this. We have the Queen of Swords. Look how it looks on my table here. There's definitely heartbreak here. You guys are not communicating here. You guys are not talking here. Even if you guys were together at some point here, I feel like the communication was not that great. I feel like what's happening right now is that you're trying to do what you can to sort of like get by here, but there's an energy of feeling like you're very heartbroken because of the distance. You're really heartbroken because things didn't work out between you and your person here. We'd have the Three of Swords. Knight of Wands here. I feel like you're dealing with an avoidant here. I do feel like this person's also heartbroken here too, but I feel like this person does not have the tools to actually, work things out or cope with this here. This person may have like poor conflict resolution skills here. It could also be a situation that, what's happening is that, this person just is scared of confrontation. Yeah, is scared of confrontation here. So I feel like this person has a tendency to just avoid and run away and run off here. What else do we have for Virgo? Tell what the person that Virgo is dealing with here. What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Virgo? What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Virgo? With the Eight of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands, okay. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Six of Swords. I feel like you guys are mirroring each other here. You guys are doing the exact same thing. I feel like you guys are avoiding each other. Maybe you have done this already, Virgo, but sometimes, in these types of situations, you actually have to jump in the driver's seat and drive the car here, basically, so to speak. To drive where you want to take this here, what you want to achieve, what your goals are, what your intentions are, I feel like you guys are mirroring each other. You guys are distant from each other. You guys are not speaking to each other. You guys are trying to avoid each other here. You guys are trying to do what you can to get by. But I feel like if you do want to salvage this relationship, I feel like someone here needs to speak up and say something that, hey, in order for this to work, like we need to do this and we need to do that, we need to do this, right? And if this person is not receptive of it, then you got your answer right there, okay? But it's worth trying if you want this to work. Five of Cups, I feel like, yeah, you guys are very disappointed. You guys are very hurt here. That there's distance. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. They know that you're hurt too. They know that you're hurting over this. They know that you're sad over this. I feel like this person's hoping that you will reach out to them. Like, it's kind of like a game. It's like a waiting game. It's kind of like, who's going to reach out first? Yeah, who's going to say something, you know? I do feel like if let's say your person lacks that initiative to take initiative to do things, okay, and you're the person to do that, like I feel like you need to drive this here, Virgo. It's really up to you whether you want to drive this or not. Maybe you have done a lot of work in this relationship, and I feel like maybe you feel like, hey, you know what? You know, I did all this work in the relationship already. I don't want to do all this work during the post-relationship. But, you know, I feel like in certain situations, you know, this person lacks what you have, is basically taking initiative here, okay? Taking the initiative, driving this, trying to drive this, trying to, you know, heal this, trying to fix this. This person doesn't even know what to do to fix things, you know? I feel like there needs to be a conversation here, but even though I feel like you guys at some point were together, I feel like the communication was not that great either. Yeah, you guys are completely mirroring each other. You guys are doing the exact same thing here. You guys are waiting for each other to reach out to each other here. You guys are keeping your distance here. You guys are avoiding each other. Like, someone here just needs to step up. And like I said, Virgo, you don't have to if you don't want to. But if you feel like you have to in order for you to see if you could salvage the relationship, why not give it a shot, right? So outcome and advice here for Virgo. Outcome and advice here for Virgo. Outcome and advice here for Virgo. What else does Virgo need to know, look out for, and work on here for Virgo? Okay, so with the Eight of Swords here, and the Ace of Wands, okay. The Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I see a new beginning happening here. The thing is, I just don't see someone, I feel like someone is just not really emotionally too invested into this because of their fears. It's almost like I feel like this person can't get over themselves. I feel like it goes for both of you guys. There's a lack of emotional connection here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are really cold towards each other. But there's a lack of emotional depth. We have the Sun, Leo energy. And the Devil card here, Capricorn energy. I would really kind of take a step back and reassess whether you want this or not. Why is the Devil card here? Six of Cups. I feel like some of you guys are becoming obsessed with each other here. Or that you guys are obsessing over each other and just not really taking any sort of action here to communicate. The Emperor, Aries energy. I feel like what's happening here is I feel like there's a parent, either on your side or either on their side here. They're encouraging communication. They're encouraging a reconciliation here. I feel like you guys got really close here. Like, I feel like you guys could have been deeply enmeshed in each other's families here. Yeah, there's a parent that's coming through here that's you know, encouraging this. Yeah, pushing for this. Let's see. Four of Swords. I don't see any communication happening. Yeah, there's a lot of fear. There's a fear of rejection. Yeah, there's a fear of hearing the truth here. Yeah, there's a fear of just, you know, not getting the answer that you or your person is looking for here. Virgo. Yeah, I just feel like in this situation, I feel like both you guys are avoidance here. Yeah, someone here has to step up and drive this. And like I said, you know, you don't have to, you know, but I feel like it's important to know not to allow your ego to take over and let this slip through your fingers if there's a chance of salvaging this. Does that make sense? So Virgo, I do hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonated. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure what led to a separation here. I just feel like maybe there was a misunderstanding or that the communication is just not so great. Could be some sort of language barrier here. All right, so Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in another read. Thanks, bye.